For 40 years, she was the voice of CHUM-FM radio in Toronto. Let's give a warm welcome to Ingrid Schumacher.
What an evening, what a performance that was. Okay, I need to take a photograph of all of you. All right, everybody, smile. All I'm seeing is that light, but I'll get some of you at least. All right, how are we doing? Wow, what a night. What amazing performances. And it just keeps coming. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. If those words trigger a lot of memories for you, and they do for most of us, middle school maybe, your dances, your high school crushes, all those hours that you spent on the couch in the basement watching much music, and then you, my friend, if that relates to your world, you are a card-carrying member of Generation X, Canada edition. And be proud of it. That phrase introduced one of the most powerful debuts in the history of Canadian rock. The album was Standing in the Dark. The band, as if you already didn't know, was Platinum Blonde. Okay, the year was 1984. Platinum Blonde went from 0 people to Lines Around the Corner, Fainting Girls, and stardom in a matter of moments, it seemed like. Their ascent was so fast, so sudden, that when they announced a show at Nathan Phillips Square, singer Mark Holmes was so unprepared to see 40,000 fans that he had to invent the lyrics for a lot of the songs that he did that night. It was like something out of an anxiety dream for him, I'm sure. But everybody was going nuts, and it really didn't matter. The band's look was inspired by the Stones, David Bowie, the London street fashion scene. The songs were pure magic, pop gems. I played a lot of them on CHUM-FM for sure. Tenaciously memorable, propelled by Mark's nasal punk snarl and Sergio Galli's scorching guitar. Platinum Blonde's music videos didn't just boost record sales, they helped launch and legitimize much music. So it was feeding each other. The band's audience maybe, but that's another evening. We'll talk about another time. The band's audience skewed younger, which makes perfect sense, of course. The other stuff, you know. Videos belong to a generation who had finally found their medium and their own sound. After the success of their first album, drummer Chris Steffler helped recruit someone new to the band, and that was bassist Kenny McLean. We love you, Kenny. Now, I knew Kenny from his days playing the Toronto bar scene. He used to be in a band called The Deserters. An amazing band. Kenny was not only respected as a musician locally here, but he was so charismatic on stage. So it wasn't really a big surprise to learn that Platinum Blonde had recruited him. With Kenny on bass, the band stepped right back into the spotlight with their second album, which was called Alien Shores. The Platinum Blonde success story continues. Sadly, Kenny McLean passed away in 2008. And Toronto lost one of its brightest musical sparks. So back to that opening, the iconic phrase, "Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin." The voice that opened the album and kick-started a generation actually belonged to Mark Holmes' mom. And she passed away in 2020. And I can only imagine the pride that she felt at her son's tremendous success, and what a ride it's been. Let's travel back to the 80s with this video.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Platinum Blonde exploded onto the Canadian music scene in the early 1980s, propelled by a new wave sound and look that helped define the decade of the video star. Thanks to slick music videos, a glossy image, and cross-country tours with Bryan Adams and Billy Idol, The band rose quickly up the charts with the single, It Doesn't Really Matter. By the time the album Standing in the Dark was released, Platinum Blonde was playing to arena crowds, including 40,000 people at City Hall in Toronto. The release of their multi-platinum second album, Alien Shores, in 1985, introduced classics like Situation Critical, Somebody Somewhere, and Crying Over You, which peaked at #1 on the chart and exceeded the 10 times platinum sales mark. In 2010, Platinum Blonde was inducted into the Music and Broadcast Industry Hall of Fame.